Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. I think I may have figured something out. I think I started connecting the dots. I think I may have talked about it in some other videos, but if I have, I guess I'm going to talk about it again, repeating myself. We, the people, have been programmed to consume. We have been programmed to buy things that we really don't need. We have been programmed to not fix things, to not do for ourselves. And what happened was, just yesterday, I was at the thrift store and I saw this nice jacket. As you can see, the tags are still on it. And it's brand spanking new. It has a suggested retail price of $98. Now, why would somebody buy a jacket for $98? I mean, it's made 89% polyester, 11% spandex. The body lining looks like it's 100% polyester. It's made in Taiwan. Okay, now it's a golf jacket. It says it's a, right here, it says it's Antigua Golf. Now, I'm not a golfer. I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me. Is that a big name in golf? I've never heard of it. I don't know. You know, it has the logo of the local golf course here, which happens to be, I'm sure it used to be the top ranked in the top 3. It was like, depending on which golf magazine, it was either the #1 course, #2 course, or #3 course, because every hole has an ocean view right there on the mighty Pacific. But be that as it may, just because it has a logo on it, does it make it worth $98? What compels somebody to buy this for $98? Is it because they've got more money than brains? I mean, I'm sure you could find a similar coat made in Taiwan at your local big box store for probably $19.99, $14.99, $11.99. That would be comparable to this. Well, I guess the one thing it wouldn't have is that little logo. But, I mean, has our brains been programmed to respond to the brand? I mean, have we been branded inside our head? We know advertisers spend billions of dollars getting that brand name out there, just bombarding us. You watch TV, even in the movies, product placement. You know, you see some guy with a computer, you either see that Apple lit up in the back, or maybe you see it say Dell, or maybe HP, but it's all product placement. They drink a certain beverage, product placement. They eat a certain food, they're at a certain restaurant. They drink a certain coffee, product placement. And we, the people, have somehow been snookered into believing that brand equals quality. What is, really, made in Vietnam, quality? Now, I'm not knocking the Vietnamese people, but I mean, it's outsourced. It's not made here in America. Do you really trust what's being made overseas? But $98? I mean, come on. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. But here's what does make sense. You see, back, I guess, around the time of my granddad, they didn't have money. Anything they wanted, they pretty much had to make. Anything broke, they pretty much had to fix it themselves, figure out how to do it. You know, they didn't run down to the coffee shop and plunk down $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee. You know, they made it at home. They took something called a thermos to work, which is probably, you know, the greatest invention of all time, because it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold, but how does it know? I already did that video. But the point is that they did for themselves. They weren't looking for handouts. They weren't looking to just throw money to get things. No, if they wanted a jacket, they would buy the material and sew it, either by hand or on the machine, or a combination of both. You know, if a button fell off, they fixed it. They mended it. But see, those skills have been pretty much programmed out of us. And is it by design? I mean, we went from agriculture to industry to information. Think about it. You see, now people go to the store when they want something to eat. Before, you planted a garden, you raised some animals, you slaughtered pigs, you collected eggs from the chickens. But I guess this is progress. But you can see, I guess the unintended consequence of progress has been not only the dumbing down of Americans, but basically taking out the drive that was in us, the can do, and we turn that into can buy or want to buy. I mean, because now people aspire to things, they want more money so they can buy more things. I mean, what do kids want for Christmas? They want Xbox. Or is it PS4? And then there's a PlayStation 5. I don't even know, because I don't use those things. But how many kids ask for the 199-piece Craftsman tool set for Christmas so they can work on their cars? Or how many kids ask for a DeWalt skill saw or chop saw or radial arm or bench saw for Christmas? I mean, those things are pretty much lost. No, they want the big screen, flat panel, thin panel, 1,080 pixel or whatever TVs. Consume. And out of that, once again, we have a can't do. You can't do it. You pick up the phone, you get somebody else to do it for you. Throw money at it. Because we've lost that. These skills that our grandfathers had, or at least my grandfather, if you're young, maybe your great-grandfather, these skills have been lost. They're going into the pages of history. You know, everything's getting replaced by something that has a very short lifespan, will be thrown away. I mean, I've got 3 brand, and 2 of them, one of them's never been used, second one's barely been used, but Ryobi 12-volt, drill drivers. Why? Because it was cheaper to buy another drill with 2 batteries and another charger than it was just to buy 2 batteries. See, the world is just, and the problem is you just can't buy the batteries sometimes. And then every other year they seem to have an upgrade so the old batteries won't work in the new drills. Planned obsolescence. And the batteries only last so long. So you see, my fellow Americans, we've been bamboozled. We've been programmed to somehow believe in a brand so that you would go out and spend $98 on a jacket like this. I mean, yeah, it's a nice jacket. It breaks the wind. It's warm. But we no longer really understand quality. We understand brands. I mean, Nike. Why is Nike so huge? I saw a catalog the other day. The tennis shoes were over $100, almost $200. I can't fathom spending that much money on a pair of tennis shoes, athletic shoes. I just can't. Not when I know I can go to Big Five clearance and find a pair for $19.99. Oh, they might not be Nikes, but do I care? No. Is it about style? They had these basketball shorts that come down to the knees, and I think they wanted $48 for a pair of basketball shorts. Oh, and the hoodie I think was 68 or 98. I mean, I pity you people who have kids and teenage kids who don't have jobs who ask you to buy them these things. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars, almost $1,000 for these clothes, for just one outfit. And not only that, when Nike comes out with a new pair of Air Jordans, people will line up for days and willing to give hundreds of dollars for these shoes that are made over in China or Taiwan or Vietnam someplace. And it probably cost them maybe $3 to $5 freight on board for those shoes. Insanity. How did they do that? I'll tell you how. It's through the power of marketing, sales, advertising, persuasion. I did a book review on that book, Persuasion, and another one on the book, New. We have been bamboozled. We have been programmed, just like programming a computer. Pavlov's dog. Show the brand, we salivate, we want it. And the thing is, most of us, including myself, up until recently, didn't realize what was going on. We didn't realize it. And most people still don't. I mean, they're not happy with what they got after a while because then they had to go get a new one. I mean, think about it. Why do people buy something new? Is it something because the old one's something wrong? Why do people have closets filled with clothes? So much clothes. I know I'm guilty, but why? It's because we've been programmed. We all have our weaknesses. And the thing is, it doesn't matter what the weakness is, they know how to hook you, reel you in, and then pick you up by the ankles and shake all the money out of your pockets. Whether you have, like me, you know I like jackets, or caps, hoodies. You know, most of the time I go to the thrift store to get mine now, or they're giving them to me. And even then I have stringent criteria. Why did I buy this? Because it's brand spanking new with the tags still on. If I wanted to, I could put it on eBay maybe and get 40 or 50 bucks for this $98 retail jacket. Or maybe I'll give it to a buddy as a gift. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But the point is, they know how to reel us in. Put those knives out there. I'll look at the case. Ooh, I don't have one like that. How much is it? Ooh, can I walk away? Move away from the case. It means a lot of us, oh, it's only 20 bucks. Yeah, give me that knife. You see, they know how to do it. It's all about that branding and then product placement and the advertising, the constant bombardment. I mean, how can you not want something when it's constantly in your face? I mean, think about it. It's like they said, if they can capture your attention, they can sell you something. That's why they keep putting it in your face. I mean, how many times do you hear that, you know, new Doritos commercial before you go out and get a bag of Doritos? Or at Taco Bell, the new fiery Dorito taco. How many times do you need to hear it before you try it? Or, oh, McRib at McDonald's. How many times do you have to hear it before you just have to try it? You're just wondering. You're just curiosity. But all they got to do is get you to bite, and then they reel you in, empty your pockets. I mean, can you resist? It's tough. I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple, but it's tough. You just say no. You just say no. You say, no, I already have enough clothes. I don't need any more. I already have enough cars. I don't need any more. I got enough TVs. I don't need any more. You just say no to consumption, to consuming these things. You know, other than food and gasoline. But even then, with the food, they come out with some new product that's chemically enhanced, laced, probably no good for your health, but you know what? Those all new double dip fudge chocolate cookies, oh man, do they look good. And you're in store, they're on the end cap, on sale, oh, you just want to try them. And then right there's the moment of truth. I mean, how many people still bake cookies at home? Or do they just get a bag of Chips Ahoy? I mean, think about it. You see, we, the people, we vote with our dollars, the ones we have left over after taxes, and we keep doing these things that make these companies big, while we, the people, so it's not really a question of, you know, a fairness. It's a question of discipline. How disciplined are we when we vote with our dollars at the cash register? And I know people with kids, they scream after these things. And some people just finally give up, give in, and buy the kid whatever it is they're screaming for. Peer pressure, you know, amongst teenagers at school, laughing at the kids with the fish head tennis shoes. You know, the off-brand, that's what they used to call them, fish heads. Because back in my day, if you weren't wearing Chuck Taylors or PF Flyers or US Kids, you were wearing what's called fish heads, some no unheard of brand, and you got picked on and laughed at. See, now I guess they call that bullying, and I guess somebody be, you know, going to juvenile detention for bullying because they made fun of somebody else's shoes. But that's a whole different topic. Branding. I mean, do you really check the quality? Is that Nike brand, that swoosh, does it really mean something on a product that was made in a sweatshop 1,000 miles away? Now, I've been to China. I have seen sweatshops with my own two eyes. I've seen it. I know what's going on here. I've seen the prices for freight on board, which means how much it costs to get it on board that ship. The true cost of the item. They have us so suckered. They really do. So suckered. So programmed into buying this stuff. There's only one way to counteract it. And I think you know what that way is. You're going to have to wake up and smell the tyranny.